Hi everyone, I'm Tiara Menifee. This is my Module 5 program for my applied programming class. I decided to learn about cloud database, and so let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm just going to share my screen. Um, so this is my code right here. I decided to use Firebase. So right here, this is just importing Firebase. Um, this is like a certificate that connects to my Firebase, um, which is like, yeah, so it connects. This is what I'm importing, which I'm basically importing my SQL into this code to import again into my Firebase. So basically, the code uses private keys to secure and have an administrator level connection. Um, the connection is actually super important for bulk data loading, so that's why it's there. Also, it connects to my Cowboy database stats. Um, it uses Panda as the library and it takes the tables. So, phase 2 is the data migration. And in phase 2, it's actually the transfer of the data and restructuring the data. So, so basically, uh, the code takes the fixed table-based data from the SQLite and converts it into a flexible document-based data for Firebase, which is super important. Um, it sends, then it uses a batch wire or batch writes to send the data to the cloud. Um, and then it has the connection to the or connecting the data such as like the loading player stats function keys here. So you can see right here. And it adds special fields like player ID, game ID to the stat records, which acts as a link, which is like a relationship to the other collections. So that's kind of cool and something fun that I learned about. The next step is step 3, which is CRUD management. And in CRUD management, this is like the final system check. It just proves that everything kind of works. So it's just like a second check. And we kind of know what CRUD means because every database uses it. It's create, read, update, and delete. And so that's kind of one of the core functionalities that you need in anything um, that you do. So right here, it's creating the data and which puts a temporary like test record, which is like Rookie Smith, into the database. And then it's reading the data and then it's updating and update modifies any existing records to show that the data can be changed, and then delete is immediately removing the temporary test records and leaving the main data clean. And so um, that is my code right there. It was really fun. So I'll go ahead and show you my Firestore. Um, Here's my Firestore database. So you can see this is tables, so the games, this is the unique identifier, and that has the data right here. And so you can go through each one and see. So the New York Giants game is identifier 2. And that kind of plays with the player stats. It looks a little bit different. It has these unique identifiers right here, but each one is different. Also, it only applies, it only has information that applies. So, and then right here is the player. And again, 1, 2, 3. So right here, Dak is 1. 2 is George Pickens, and 3 is Javonte Williams. So, yeah, that's my Firebase, and something, it was difficult to learn at first, but once I got it, it was good. I learned a lot. So, um, yeah, that's the end of my presentation. So this is my Fire store. Right here is each of the tables that pulls from my Cowboy Stats database. Right here are the unique identifiers of those. And so right here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each one has different information. So right here, like the New York Giants is the unique identifier for 2 in the table game. And it goes with the player stats as well. You have all of these. You can go down and see the information. Um, Certain information is played out with certain player IDs. So like right here, player ID is 3. So we come into player ID 3, and that would be Javonte Williams. And so that is how these work. Player ID is 1, which makes sense because those would fit his career and what he does professionally. So if we go to player, find player 1, it is Dak Prescott. And so, and then player 2 is George Pickens. And then it also even has the game ID in there too. So you'll see game 5. You can go into game 5, and it was the New York Jets. So yeah, that's my Firestone. Had a ton of fun doing this project, and I learned a lot about cloud database. So um, that's it.